A woman made passionate sounds in a restaurant. Her burning inner heat caused her body to writhe continuously. In an instant, she became the center of attention in the entire establishment. Suddenly, the woman displayed an expression of extreme agony. Then she died right there in the restaurant. Afterward, investigators arrived at the scene. The woman remained in the same position as when she died. She lay face up with her mouth wide open, her fingers frozen in an extremely bizarre position. Half a cucumber remained on the plate at her table. Her purse contained no valid identification, but inside was a bottle of asthma spray. It appeared the deceased suffered from asthma. On the chair beside her was some white powder, likely rubbed off from some customer's pants. The restaurant staff told the investigator he had never seen such a disgusting girl, making those sounds in a public place as if no one else existed. The male server told the investigator a man had originally accompanied the deceased. When the deceased began moaning, the man took advantage of the chaos to leave. He was approximately the same age as the deceased, with a dinosaur tattoo on his arm. After the autopsy, the medical examiner discovered dozens of crying faces had been drawn on the woman's body with highlighter. Even her buttocks hadn't been spared. She couldn't have done this herself. The cause of death was aortic aneurysm, rupture triggered by excessive excitement. Her pupils were dilated, breathing rapid, endorphins and oxytocin continuously elevated. These signs indicated the deceased had reached extreme pleasure. In the deceased's blood sample, the medical examiner detected high levels of catechol. Catechol has components somewhat similar to certain illicit drugs, likely some kind of new designer drug. Through testing, the medical examiner discovered someone had replaced the medication in the woman's asthma spray. A fingerprint remained on the medicine bottle, but it failed to match anything in the database. The medical examiner also tested the white powder on the chair, discovering it was tooth fragments from a 4-million-year-old mastodon. Such fragments would only appear in museums. The investigator immediately went to the museum where he indeed found a mastodon skeleton specimen. One staff member had a dinosaur tattoo on his arm, matching the restaurant server's description perfectly. Facing questioning, the man explained he was a college student who had met the deceased at a school party the previous night. The school held an annual couples matching event, selecting partners through a lottery system. That night, he happened to draw the deceased, Ellen. He walked into the room and kissed Ellen directly, but Ellen shyly pushed him away. After spending the night together, the next day he brought Ellen to the restaurant, intending to deepen their connection. Who knew Ellen would suddenly start moaning? The embarrassing scene prompted him to leave quickly. The man insisted Ellen's death had nothing to do with him. The previous night when they were together, Ellen seemed completely normal. Except for frequently using her asthma spray, investigation revealed Ellen's school had a pharmaceutical research center, recently developing a drug to enhance desire. The drug's raw material was precisely the catechol found in Ellen's body. The medical examiner tested the replaced asthma spray, finding it indeed contained large amounts of catechol. This bottle of medication apparently came from the school. Those who could easily access the drug could only be students participating in research clinical trials. One female student stated, she really liked this drug, consumed an entire bottle. Her boyfriend didn't get out of bed for a week. The investigator obtained the student roster. Through fingerprint comparison, finally found the owner of the print on the medicine bottle. This person was the coordinator of the couple's party. She said Ellen had never had a boyfriend and planned to use this party to find someone. But because Ellen lacked romantic experience to overcome her nervousness, she had the other girls remove Ellen's clothes and draw crying faces on her body to set the mood. All of this was Ellen's voluntary choice. No one forced her as for replacing the asthma spray with the experimental drug. The purpose was only to help Ellen quickly get into the atmosphere. The coordinator had checked the instructions. It could also relieve asthma symptoms. Therefore, there was no deliberate murder. But the investigator told her the experimental drug could indeed relieve asthma, but its effects didn't last long, causing Ellen to inhale much more medication than usual. Then, due to inhaling large amounts of the experimental drug, Ellen became uncontrollable in public, ultimately leading to Ellen's death. The coordinator's actions constituted involuntary manslaughter, which also carries criminal liability. Case closed, thank you.